Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your Rangers News Bulletin this Thursday, the 8th of May, VE Day as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday, whatever you are doing. Lots of Rangers news to get through. Before we do that, a quick word for our podcast sponsors, S1 Jobs. If you're looking to hand in your transfer request, head over to S1 Jobs and upload your CV today. There are thousands of jobs across Glasgow, Edinburgh, and the surrounding areas. You'll find the one at S1 Jobs. Now, the big news to emerge yesterday, and we touched on it on the morning briefing with Joshua earlier on, was Dave King, of course, and his comments on the imminent takeover of Rangers. If you missed his TalkSport interview or the show this morning, we'll get to that shortly. But some other news doing the rounds that concern Rangers. And one which is a tad ambitious, Pat Nevin, formerly of Everton, Motherwell, of course, Tranmere Rovers fame, and of course known throughout many places as the co-commentator for the BBC. Anyway, he's been speaking and he says that Billy Gilmour could return to Rangers amid a lack of consistent minutes at Napoli. Now, the former Rangers youngster has featured in 25 of their 38 games this season. He's completed just 5 full 90 minutes for the team this campaign. And Nevin, speaking to the new bettingsites.co.uk site, he says on Gilmour, says, in reality, there are two ways of looking at it, except that you're going to be one of those players who play half of the games every season. So you've got two choices. Choice number one is to accept that's your career, that's your life, that's what happens. You're going to play with some great clubs, win some trophies, people are going to love you, and you're going to play until you're 40 because you're going to be relaxed, and that's a good career for Billy. The other possibility, I wonder if Rangers and Celtic need a controlling creative player. It is that one where if he comes up to Rangers or Celtic, he takes over from Callum McGregor or becomes a new Barry Ferguson. That's it. I'm not sure where else. I'm not sure where else with Billy. That sounds like a weird choice, but I actually think that's a choice that Billy has got now. For some people, I don't know what it would be. For me, I want to play football. I would just go wherever I could play because I love playing football. But I don't know what Billy will think. Whatever he thinks, I would back him on it. I would just say the most important thing, as long as you're available for Scotland, mate, I don't care. So there's Pat Nevin speaking about Billy Gilmour, of course, a boyhood Rangers fan. I say bring him home. That would be quite a stunning transfer, wouldn't it, if Rangers could acquire Billy Gilmour? But would Antonio Conte want to let him go? I'm not entirely sure. I think he and the Napoli team have been terrific this season. They're going to go and they'll be hoping to win the Scudetto. Yeah, Billy Gilmour, let us know in the comments, folks. Would you be opposed to seeing Billy coming back to Rangers? I always remember when he left initially to go down to Chelsea, a feeling of what if he had just stayed for Rangers, perhaps one more season. I know Mark Warburton was a big fan of him. I think he had him as an unused sub on the bench a couple of times or on occasion. And yeah, I was, of course, everyone was raving about him coming through the academy. Unfortunately, we never got to see him in the senior side. But who knows? Maybe that could change at some point in the future. One player who has been linked to Rangers, and that is the wonderfully named Ebenezer Anan, the Red Star Belgrade defender, left back, also Ghanaian international. We reported, I think, a month or so ago that Rangers had scouted the 22-year-old. He had a spell on loan at Bologna earlier in the season. He spent on loan spent the first half of the season on loan at OFK Beograd and has spent time at Bologna earlier in his career. And yeah, Rangers were said to be one of a number of clubs who were sniffing about him. It's now being reported that Feyenoord are looking to bid around £2 million for him. So it looks like the Dutch side, who have also sent scouts to go and watch him for the last 3 games in a row, it's been reported that they have liked what they see and are about to test Red Star's resolve. So, can't say he's a player that I know too much about. Obviously, a decent pedigree if Feyenoord are calling for him, but if Rangers miss out on him, then so be it. There will be a number of players that will be linked between now and the close of the window. The window hasn't even opened yet, of course, for the summertime. But yeah, left back is an area that I feel Rangers need to strengthen in. I don't think there'll be many that would disagree with that. Robbie Fraser, of course, has been on loan at Livingston. He'll come back. Does he have a future at Ibrox? Who knows? Jeffrey and Ridvan are under contract. Are they the future? I would, I would be doubtful that would be the case. I would be looking to move Ridvan on. As for Jeffrey, I think if a decent offer comes in, then you would certainly look at it. I think there is potential. I know Johnny came in for a bit of stick the other day when he was on the show with me, saying that if he is able to fulfill his potential, Rangers could have a 10 to 15 million pound player on their hands. But he has been out of form for some time now, Jeffrey. Let's hope that a new manager can come in and really get a tune out of him. Right, the big news, as I touched on at the top of the show here, is of course Dave King in his comments. He was on the Jim White show yesterday, speaking about Rangers and the imminent takeover. We discussed it at length on the show this morning. If you did miss it, here are some of the key points, folks. Dave King said there was interest from Saudi Arabia before the 49ers enterprises and Andrew Kavanagh got involved. He said the fact that Rangers had fallen so far behind following 55, I just felt the gap was too big to bridge, looking at local investment from the directors. I started a project at that time to see if I could try and find someone who I could bring in who was substantial, who could take the club forward and not only had a football plan, but with a financial plan behind it as well. Someone with deeper pockets, someone with sustainability in terms of funding. I was talking to the Saudis at that time. Then I got a call around about October from Paul Murray. He said, look, Dave, I'm aware you're trying to find investors. I've got these guys, and I think they're the real deal. He then put me in touch with Andrew Kavanagh. We chatted, had a couple of initial meetings, and then I asked him the one question, which is when a lot of these things fall apart, which is, can you give me proof of funds? Before I take this forward, engage with other shareholders and board members, can you give me proof of funds that you have the cash to not only buy out the existing weak shareholders we'd like to get out, but also enough to put new money into the club? It was only after they'd satisfied me through their bankers. I'm not going to disclose the figure, but the amount of money was very, very substantial. It was the amount of money I thought was needed not only to get this deal done, but to fund the club for the next 2 years and to bridge what I see to be the gap between us and our competition at the moment. Once they provided the proof of funds, we then started serious negotiations with the other shareholders and directors to see if they could package something that would allow them to continue to come in and take control. So there you go. He also said that in terms of the takeover deal, I would put it at about 90% right now. He also said that there's some, in terms of the timelines, that there's still a few things to be done. Conditions, approvals from various leagues, the SFA, the SPFL. There are still some conditions pressing to get the deal across the line. They'll have to hit the ground running quite quickly. We have Champions League qualifiers coming up. Let's say this deal happens realistically mid-June. I think May is not possible. Let's say mid-June is realistic when they are sitting down in the seat. That doesn't give them a lot of time to start and get some business done and prepare us for the Champions League qualifiers. As for the actual manager and who they're looking at, I have no idea. Now, you can read everything that you had to say because it's quite a lengthy interview with TalkSport. You can read that full transcript over on the Rangers Review website, folks. But yeah, mid-June. How do you feel about that? As we touched on the show this morning, it might be mid-June that it will be fully ratified, but there will be serious work going on behind the scenes as we speak to make sure that Rangers are much more competitive next season. So yeah, huge summer on the horizon. Right, that is just some of the news doing the rounds this afternoon. So that is you up to date, if you like. There's a great piece on the website from Joshua on the type of manager that Rangers need to bring in. Do go and check it out. Remember, we've got that great offer on at the moment where if you sign up to the review to the website for £1 for 6 months, you also get entered into the draw for the signed and framed Ali McCoist jersey. You have until midnight on the 12th to make sure you're entered for that. Existing subscribers already entered into the draw. Right, I'll chat again tomorrow when Chris joins me on the show, 9:30 as ever. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye for now.